Hello everyone! For the first video of the new year, today I'm going to be reading Please Don't Feed the Bears from Still More Tales to Give You Goosebumps by R.L. Stine. Here we go. Mom, can't we stop at Monster Mansion? Please, I whined. I usually don't whine, but there was an emergency. I was stuck in the car with my family, on my way to having the worst weekend any 12-year-old have ever had. Just had to clear my throat then. I had try I had to try something to change things, even whining. Sarah, my mother snapped. Stop complaining. We've been through this 1,000 times. Monster Mansion is too scary for your little sister. We're going to Cuddle Bear Land, and that's final. Cuddle Bear Land? Can you believe it? I could just hear the kids at school shrieking out when I told them where I went this Halloween weekend. No dressing up for Halloween, no trick-or-treating, no great candy to eat with my best friend Lindsay. None of that, because we were going to Cuddle Bear Land. A place for babies. Of course. That's why we were going. You see, I have a really bratty 5-year-old sister named Katie. Well, most people call her Katie. My parents call her Princess because she's so precious, they say. I say it's enough to make you puke. Katie has a way of getting everything to do whatever she wants, and it's usually something I don't want to do. Princess doesn't like scary places. She wanted to go to Cuddle Bear Land. So that's where we were going. Cuddle Bear Land. Yeesh. My mother handed me a Cuddle Bear Land brochure. Here, read this, she suggested. Cuddle Bear Land has rides for kids of all ages. I grabbed the flyer from her hand, and it was filled mostly with pictures of giant fur-suited bears. Bears shaking hands with grown-ups, bears hugging little kids, bears serving lunches on bear-shaped trays, bears waving as they rode on a roller coaster. Then I noticed a picture of the Forever Shopping Village. Store after store, full of stuffed bears and all sizes. I didn't want to like anything about Cuddle Bear Land, but those bears looked pretty cool. I hated to admit it, but I really wanted one. I handed the brochure back to my mother. Hey, Mother, check out these great stuffed cuddle bears. Can I get one? One, I asked. My mother sighed. Sarah, I've told you before, Cuddle Bear Land is very expensive. There'll be no souvenirs on this trip. Great. Now I had nothing to look forward to. Would that be cash or charge, sir? A huge brown bear dressed in jeans and a Cuddle Bear Land t-shirt, asked my father. My dad handed him a wad of cash. The bear smiled at me and my sister. Have a very good time, girls, he joked. And don't forget to try a bag of our yummy honey crackers before you leave. Ugh, this place was too cute for words. Mother, I can't wait to meet more cuddle bears, Katie cried. Our princess is so excited, my mother whispered to my dad. Isn't that adorable? I studied my map of Cuddle Bear Land. The roller coaster was on the other side of the park. Let's start at the Roaring Roller Coaster, I suggested. Princess batted her big blue eyes. Roller coasters are so scary, she whispered to my parents, with just the right amount of phony fear in her voice. I want to meet the bears and have them sign my autograph book. I was prepared for that. Hey, Dad, can I go on the roller coaster by myself? I pleaded. I can meet up with you guys later. My parents gave each other the "it's okay with me if it's okay with you" look. Finally, my mother nodded. but be sure that you meet us for lunch in the Hibernation Rest Center at 1:30. I checked my watch. 12 o'clock. An hour and a half on my own. An hour and a half without the princess. Yes! I slipped the park map into my backpack and raced off to the roaring roller coaster. As I walked through the park, the sun beat down to my head. It was really hot here. I rolled up my shirt sleeves and tied the bottom of my shirt in a knot above my stomach. Then I pulled out the map to make sure I was walking the right way. A tall, skinny cuddle bear in a rhinestone-covered sweatsuit strolled over and swung her arm around me. Need some help? She asked. Yeah. Can you tell me which way to go to the Roaring Roller Coaster? And if you don't know what Roaring Roller Coaster is, Roaring Roller Coaster is a ride at Disneyland. The more you know. Bum, 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 bum. I'll walk you there, the tall bear said. A personal tour of Cuddle Bearland. Not what I had in mind. No thanks. Why don't you go somewhere and take a break? Maybe have some lemonade or something, I suggested. Birds don't drink lemonade, the bear said. But we eat honey crackers. She held out a bag of cookies. Want some? They look like graham crackers. I shook my head. Okay, but they're yummy, the bear said. Then she turned and pointed to my left. The roller coaster is over there, just past the unbearable flying bear ride. I followed the Cuddle Bear's directions to the Roaring Roller Coaster. The ride was great. It had three intense loop-de-loops and I rode it on it 5 times. The fifth time I got stuck sitting next to a really chubby Cuddle Bear in a jean jacket. It took up more than half the car. Aren't you supposed to be working? I asked him. Lunch break, he replied. Lunch break? Oh no, I forgot to watch the time. I checked my watch. 1 o'clock. I could still make it to the Hibernation Rest Center by 1:30. No problem. I pulled the map from my backpack and found a cricket route back. Honeycomb Lane. Honeycomb Lane. I walked on to Honeycomb Lane. It went on forever. I checked my watch. 10 minutes past 1. Only 20 more minutes before I was supposed to be on family. If I showed up late, my mother would be furious. I started running and reached a fork in the road. I glanced at the map to see which path had the Hibernation Rest Center. I'll read the rest soon. Like, sub, click the bell. Bye-bye.